Hey, what's up? We're Lucas and Steve.
And you're watching Toasted.
Toasted.
Lucas and Steve, welcome to ADE.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Definitely not your first time.
No. I think it's our third time in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I think it's our third time that we're doing it a bit more seriously. But before that, we attended some parties and
Try to network.
Try to network. yeah. But so much things have changed apparently because now we walk down the street and you got your connections and you got your booking agency and everything. So for us, in regard to that, it's quite an easy week. But now we have, of course, we're having all the shows, all the interviews, all the stuff.
You still look back at the first time when you went here and you were like trying to get to people, trying to make deals, and you're like nobody knew you and you wouldn't get respect.
Yeah, I think that was for us. It was like the first time for us in Amsterdam was trying to make something out of it because it was Amsterdam. We both lived in Maastricht back then, so it was 2 hours drive with the train. So let's make the 2 hours drive, make it an effort, and let's go to the city and speak to whatever who was on the street, and that was cool. But now I think I'm happy that we don't have to do that all again.
But were there people actually from back in the days who you met then, who supported you guys, who are still working with you?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
That's really cool.
Yeah, we met our one of our booking agents at ADE. I think we already also met some people from Spinning Records during ADE. A lot of quite a lot of DJs. Some you don't see too often anymore, but some others are still
supporting our tracks. Yeah.
Very cool. Hey, what a lot of people don't realize when you go to ADE, especially when you're a visitor and you're not a DJ producer, is that probably, and this is only a thing that struck me like actually today, is that you have so many parties where you guys of course play, but then all the other DJs show up as well.
Yeah.
And they play gigs and they just join in playing. So probably you have the best lineups in the world.
Yeah.
During 5 days in Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it happens. It's actually a thing that we've also seen at our own party.
Yeah.
We already did an ADE party last year, but this time we kind of tripled the venue capacity. So we're doing a party on Friday, and the lineup is, with regard to house music, I think it's
Who's there?
an entire festival lineup that we've got.
Madison Mars. Yeah,
to announce everybody already.
Chocolate Puma. We have Chocolate Puma, Madison Mars, Jay Hardway,
Met Oscar,
Oskan, Zonderling,
Pepper Kirby, Trottle.
So that's quite a festival.
That's like
forgetting people, but it's
That's probably as good as Mysteryland last year.
Yeah, the thing is,
it's a huge lineup,
and they're all friends of us. So
exactly, and that's the thing. It's to arrange it like this and so easy going with everybody just chilling and having fun. I think usually if you organize a festival, then DJs will come and go to another show or whatever. But in here, of course, some go to other shows, but everybody's still here, to hang out, to chill, just to have some drinks. And that's the thing we saw last year, and that's what we're hoping for this year also, that it will be like this backstage will be this, chilling event for everybody. And also joining the crowd, and it's
The thing is, with for instance, Jay Hardway, he's coming to our party, but the day I think Saturday we're playing at his party, so it's like you can help each other with that. So.
I mean, of course, it sounds great, but you have to know people who know people to get in. I mean, probably if you're not as cool as you guys, how can you get into those parties?
Sneak in.
It's always
punch the
door, man. I wouldn't recommend that.
Headlock him, go through at the back. No, but the thing is, you can buy tickets for all the parties. So I mean, at some point they're sold out, and then it can be a problem. You really have to know people to get in, and even then it can be really difficult.
Really hard.
But I mean, tickets are available usually for those parties.
Book early, probably.
But that's the thing. Just book early. Make sure you get the tickets.
And if there's an artist that you really want to see, then just don't hesitate. Just buy the ticket and don't be the guy who asks for guest list tickets because we have a party on Friday and my Facebook message and my WhatsApp is exploding.
Like 2 days before.
Exactly. We already sold out about a month ago. So
I think. What do you say then to your friends? Like, I'm not Ticketmaster, or
no? But of course, good friends. We will get them on the guest list and they join the party. That's cool. And family also. But yeah, there are some guys who we really don't know, and they just ask for tickets, and we're like, okay, yeah, do it.
Freeloaders, there you go. Hey guys, of course we're in a setting here, a very summery setting. You guys have a knack for creating great summer songs. How come?
Well, thank you for that. It's a big compliment.
Facts are there. I mean, come on, 2 summer hits in a row. That's, I mean, who does that?
Yeah, it's indeed. It's we make music not just for the summer, but it's feel good music that we make, and that's kind of our, in a way, it's our mission. We want to get as much energy and good feelings in the songs that we produce, and that's the feeling that we want to transfer to other people if they listen to our music, whether they're at home and just wanna chill, or they're at a festival and they want to go like crazy. That's what we love to facilitate with our sound, and we both felt that feel good is really close to summer usually, so I think that's where it kind of comes together.
Collapse.
All of it.
Yeah. True.
Hey, of course we had Chesto opening the Olympics in Athens, which was a fantastic feat, I think. But you guys were at Rio.
That's true.
How was that?
Rio was actually the first time in Brazil.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
What did you think of the country?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The food is good. The people
are
nice,
amazing.
Amazing. Rio is an amazing city, and especially when there were a lot of Dutch people, of course, like everywhere. So that was also very, very nice. We played at Heineken Music House. And
Called the Holland Heineken House.
Holland Heineken House, yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And that was really cool. And after that, we played at a festival in Brasilia.
Shit.
And that was cool also. So we did.
For all those who don't know, Brasilia is actually the capital of Brazil.
Yeah.
It's a, I would almost say, artificial city built in the jungle,
Yeah.
and it's famous for its architecture.
Yeah, it's an amazing city. It was really, really nice to be there. Also Rio. So it's if you go to Rio, go to Brasilia, because it's
Awesome.
phenomenal.
It is
And
really good.
also the shows were really, really good. Of course, the Holland Heineken House was of course that was really cool. There were only Dutch people, so that was cool for us. And in Brasilia, that was like the opposite. There were only Brazilian people, so that's
And
was
they
cool.
also knew your music. And
Oh yeah,
Absolutely, yeah.
Well,
No,
that was actually the fun thing in Rio. Like the majority was Dutch, of course, but there were actually quite a lot of people just from Rio itself, Brazilian people that came to our show, which we didn't really expect, because
They were in the Holland Heineken House.
It's not. I don't think that event is promoted outside of the
No,
Netherlands.
no.
You know, so we were actually really surprised that people still got to find us in Rio. So
really cool. Hey, I'm just reading what happened to you guys. I mean, you did a co-op with a Dutch rapper called Kaantje Papi, which is I think special. How did that kind of?
Actually, we really like the songs that Kaantje Papi makes. His new album was really good, and I think that was for us was a trigger to just grab a vocal of his track called Opgeturnd, and make something like completely the opposite of what he makes, and try to let the vocal fit more in something that we make, like the future house kind of thing. And he was really surprised that we actually contacted him, our publisher and manager contacted him, and so we received the vocal and the parts, and was really easy to work with. It was really nice actually, and it was totally different than what we used to do, but that makes it also very, very special.
That made me think, because I mean, you guys have a knack for creating great pop tunes, and would you actually venture out into like maybe doing more pop, even, and less dance?
Well, less dance, no. That I don't think that will happen. No, but still, it would. But the only thing that could happen is that we invest even more time into it, so we can still remain the same amount of dance music that we put out. But on top, do some more poppy stuff. But still, I think, and that's also a thing that's been happening this year, but I think it will continue for next year also, is that the crossover between dance music and pop music will be even expanding.
Really?
I think that will, it's a thing, Kaigo's been doing it, Avicii's of course doing it for quite some years, but you also have Axel and Grosso doing it, and that's a thing that's still scoring globally.
Yeah.
And I think that blend between pop and dance is
Still a lot of people like
still
it.
growing. And also if you look at the Asian market, dance music is still so big.
This is actually a surprising thing that you said, because I mean, of course, everybody said EDM is dead. You know, I mean, a lot of people in the indie industry, quote unquote, said this is it. David Guetta fucked it all up, and now it's gone and it's dead. But apparently, it's not dead.
No, it's not dead at all. Absolutely. We went to Asia 2 weeks ago. It was crazy. So especially like, okay, EDM, like the really really hard stuff. We're not into that, so I can judge that because we're not playing it. So, but the thing that we play is really like more kind of. We start with the more like the housey tunes, and then we build it up to something more heavy because you try to build up your set, of course. But the thing is, when we play in Asia, everybody goes crazy. So it's not like, I don't think EDM, because I think we're also making EDM because it's electronic dance music. It's like a general term
in the broadest
sense. So I think
that type of music never died.
No.
And also at the rough EDM, maybe it diminished a bit, and like the new names that became super big, like Oliver Heldens and Don Diablo. Well, in the broad sense, yes, it is EDM, but it's not the super rough stuff. It's house music, and I think that's.
I think it's difficult. I think it's different. Like you have the EDM and like the really hard stuff. Maybe that's true. That diminished a bit, but still, we also make EDM. So yeah, and we don't think it's diminished at all.
Talking about heavy, you guys met Carl Cox, I saw.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy.
It was a very heavy experience for us. No, but seriously, he's one of our superheroes, and it was a big honor to do the warm up for him on. To be after. Well, you cannot even call it a warm up what he was doing. Of course not. He's like he was a big pull towards the stage, for which of course we were very happy. We were a bit afraid that afterwards, like the true techno people would be like, we're not gonna listen to Lucas and Steve, it's too commercial or whatever. But the crowd it swarmed really really fast.
Really cool.
And so it was a big honor to play.
When we ended our set at Tomorrowland, we met him backstage, and he was like, you guys did a really good job, and we're like, oh, Carl Cox. we're not fanboys, but Carl Cox is like the true legend. So yeah,
and they're like, we're not worthy.
But he's the guy that he's a legend, and everybody knows that, and everybody feels it when he's on stage. So they have big respect for him.
Hey, listen up. Your manager has been pestering us to stop this for like half an hour already. So maybe we gotta cut this short. But so we're at ADE now. This is the first day. Important time. It's also the time when a lot of DJ producers tell us about their plans in the future. What are your plans for the future? What's happening? New music?
Well, yeah, a lot of new music. And so the first one will be out this Friday with Firebeats and Little Giants. Yay. Keep your head up, so stay tuned for that one. And then next there will be a collaboration with Umet Oskan.
Sweet. So that's cool.
We're really psyched about that, and then there's a whole load of tracks that's already finished. Yeah. We're actually still selecting which tracks to put out when, so we cannot reveal too much.
It's different. We have a lot of solo projects, but also collaborations, and it's really cool, but not really finished yet. It's
still secret.
Yeah, it's still secret. Sounds a bit lame, but it's true. We have to. Schedule it in for the rest of the year. We have a lot of new music and a lot new material also for the festival season already. So it's going to be a good year, I think.